What's up guys? Today we got almost 20 puzzle project animals for sale. We are looking to downsize them pretty quickly heading into winter. I will leave the retail prices in a PDF below, but there's also a buy them all now price, which I can work with people on if they want to take all of them or multiples of them and just get a better deal. First, let me just show you why I love the puzzle project. So this animal right here is actually a yellow belly calico puzzle. There's also some other stuff in the pairing, in the mix for this animal, but as far as what I can tell right now, the calico is bringing the puzzle pattern way up like that, giving it a very, I call it like a chain link Nordic look. Sometimes it even looks like hieroglyphics, like ancient alien writings on the wall. I do think that calico is one of the best genes to go with puzzle, and you can see just how pretty of an animal it makes. This is also another calico puzzle right here that we hatched from our calico puzzle pairings, so you can see why I think calico is so good. You can see the puzzle does a great job of sort of surrounding these patterns with the color black to give it a really contrasting look. Now the next step would be getting banana into the calico puzzle project. So here we have a banana, calico, possible Mojave, yellow belly fluff. There's a bunch of stuff that's going on inside of this animal as well, but you can see some really cool pattern going on. This girl's deep in shed right now, but you can see what the calico does with puzzle is it just gives it a much more contrasted, distinctive look. She's really deep in shed though. But this is an almost breeder ready female. And one more banana puzzle boy, just because I love what it does. It highlights inside the circles and outside the circles of the alien heads and pattern that is going on in the puzzle. There's that nice puzzle striping going on. I call this giraffe necking. I think this zigzaggy pattern going down the neck of the animal just looks so much like a giraffe. I don't know, like the patterns on a giraffe to me. So I call it giraffe necking. Puzzle is really good at giraffe neck pattern right there. You can see it going all the way down. And then they always have this like crown-like head stamp, similar to clown, which is why it was always prophesied to be a big like competitor against clown, because clown changes the pattern dramatically and creates a cool head stamp. And puzzle does something very similar in its own way. All right, there's some other really cool puzzles I could show you guys, but I just want to show you the potential of the puzzle project. Now let's show you what we actually have for sale. All right, this is just a pastel puzzle boy. So we'll just call him ID number 1. And you can see the puzzle gives the animals like this muscle, like flexing. I can't do the other flex because he's in my hand right here, but you can see it gives it like this flexing type pattern. So this is a pastel puzzle male. He is an excellent breeder, proven breeder, excellent breeder. I got him from one of the top breeders in the world. The breeder sold him to me as having a couple rat bites, and I got him as a baby. So you can see like a little bit of lumping there. So he must have had a couple rat bites when he was younger, but boy, does it not affect his breeding. He's an excellent breeder. Quality of life, no problems whatsoever. So just for reference, we'll call that puzzle number 1. We're going through this PDF, which will be linked in the description down below. So if you're interested in any of these or all of these, you can know how to reference them. All right, this is number 2 on the list. It is just a yellow belly pastel puzzle male, proven breeder, great breeder as well. All right, next, this is number 3, proven breeder, male pastel puzzle. Excellent boy as well. Number 4, another pastel puzzle male, a little bit bigger than the last one, proven breeder. So if you are looking for one a little bit bigger, this guy will be a little bit slightly bigger than the last one, but they're really close in size. What is it, honey? It's okay. Put my list over here so I can read it a little easier. Now we do have some females coming up. Here's the first female of the night, super pastel puzzle, 50% het clown female. And here's another super pastel 50% het clown female hissing at us a little bit. What is it, honey? You want to go outside? My cat is crying for my attention over here. They want nothing to do with you, and then the minute you start doing something, it's like the world needs to revolve around them. All right, next we just have a yellow belly puzzle male. So what yellow belly does to puzzle is it just gives it like this sugary, powder sugary look right here. You still have some of those muscle patterns. The top of the head pattern fills in a little bit, but once you start mixing that with other genes, you know, it'll crown out a little bit more. And for lack of a better term, you have more medals of honor. So if you look at this right here, this looks like a Medal of Honor, like a Purple Heart Medal of Honor, Medal of Honor. It kind of breaks up into smaller, like single arm muscles instead of double arm muscles. And sometimes they just look like military medals. But yellow belly, very good gene to have in any project. You see that in the Pompeii Clown project, etc. All right, what do we got next? Here's another female getting closer to breeder size right here. So this female's a little bit bigger than the other females that we were showing. She'll actually be close to breeding size within the next couple months if you power feed her up. So she was a pastel puzzle, 50% het clown. All right, we got a couple chocolate hypos here. So we have a chocolate hypo, 50% het puzzle. So if you're in the hypo puzzle project, this is a male, and this is a chocolate hypo butter male, also 50% het puzzle. So two really cool animals. All right, next we got a couple bumblebees. This one right here is a bumblebee leopard puzzle, possible fire Russo yellow belly, 50% het clown. So we're still keeping the dad to this guy, which we got from JKR, Justin Belka Reptiles, which is now Canova. But this guy is power packed, being a leopard bumblebee puzzle at the very least. That dude is a boy. Then we have another one over here, which is another boy, which is missing the leopard. So this one is just a bumblebee puzzle, possible fire Russo yellow belly. And I'll throw leopard in there just because I know leopard is in the mix, and it's definitely a possibility that as multiple genes hit, sometimes they hide other genes. So I'm just letting you know what the possibilities are that he could be holding. That one's also a boy. 0 to low wobble on those guys, great eaters. We got the dad from JKR, which has like no wobble. I'll only say when you go to feed him, sometimes he gets excited and whips his head around a little bit. Those guys do the same thing, but otherwise, when you're handling them normally and all that kind of stuff, there's no like corkscrewing or anything like that. So they're great animals. So this one's actually not for sale, but this is one of our Mojave puzzle project animals. But this guy had quite a few genes in this pairing. I believe there was like fire in here as well as yellow belly and other stuff. But look at what the puzzle does. It's really, really awesome. So this guy's not for sale, but this guy right here is, and he is a pastel GHI, possible yellow belly, 100% het puzzle boy. So you'll see him on the list below as well. And then we have this pastel pinstripe, 100% het puzzle, 100% het ghost. It's also a possible yellow belly male. And we have another one, which is pastel pinstripe fire, 100% het puzzle, 100% het ghost, possible yellow belly. So if you want to see the difference between these two, this is the one that we're claiming has fire. This is the one that we're claiming does not. You can see there is a differential look between them. And last but not least, just a young pastel puzzle boy. So this is just a simple pastel puzzle male. Here's another one of our lesser puzzle girls that is currently in shed. She has a lot of that zigzagging down the neck. The puzzle is really, really good for the flexing, zigzagging type pattern. You can see how cool it makes them look. And then throwing in banana and all that stuff, you're able to really get different color features. I think the puzzle project is still so in its infancy. There's still so many color hues and everything to pull out of it. They're making a lot of progress with the sunset puzzle nowadays. And because puzzle lifts the pattern off the belly a little bit, I don't want to say it's a color enhancing gene, but I will say this, my pastel and super pastel puzzles or yellow belly puzzles, they look much, much more crisper, brighter, and just better overall in color than like a normal pastel or a normal super pastel or a normal yellow belly. So I don't want to say it's officially a color enhancing gene because I don't think it's listed that way, but I really only work with puzzles. So we've hatched, a lot of puzzles over the last couple years. And I will say there is something to the way that the pattern lifts off the belly, and then it does seem to make the top pattern that exists more crisp and just brighter and better looking as a whole. So I will leave this list below for these puzzles that we are looking to downsize, and let me know if you guys have any interest in them whatsoever. If you do want to take all of them, like I said, we could do a fantastic deal for you guys, which I'll leave in the description down below. If you're looking to get into puzzle or get puzzle, which is a recessive gene, into ghost, axanthic, clown, albino, anything like that, this could be a great way to boost you into those projects. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, have yourself a geeky gecko. Great day. Peace.